My name is Sydney and I'm an instructor here at Forge Krav Maga. I grew up in New Jersey, in northern New Jersey, like about an hour outside of New York City. I was actually born in New York City, and then when I was around 6 years old, my parents moved our whole family to New Jersey to be a little bit closer to grandparents. Before Krav, I grew up doing martial arts. So my brother and I, we both did Isshin karate from, I believe, when we were in elementary school through middle school. We eventually stopped with karate, and then in high school, we both started doing Taekwondo. I did Taekwondo for probably 5 or 6 years and ended up getting my first degree black belt. And after I graduated high school and moved off to college, I trained Taekwondo on and off, and then I started exploring other martial arts such as boxing, kickboxing, and that's when I got introduced to Krav Maga. I think the reason why I love this gym so much is because of the community. When I moved out to San Francisco, I didn't know anybody out here. I have no family or friends out here, and so joining this gym made me feel like a little bit of home, in that because I grew up with martial arts, this was like a place of familiarity, and even though I didn't know the people here yet, it was a place of, I have things in common with the people who are training here because we are all into martial arts. This is a place that I can make friends, and now I do have a lot of friends at this gym. So growing up, I had obviously friends who did martial arts, and I had another friend from high school who she had done karate and eventually tried Krav Maga, and she said, "It's like, Sydney, you have to try this, it's amazing." And so when I was in college, I was bouncing around between gyms, and I happened to find a Krav Maga gym, and I took a couple of classes. I fell in love with it there. And then during one of my internships, I went to a gym in North Carolina and trained there for an entire summer, and I absolutely loved it after that. And I decided that this was the martial arts for me. I think the hook that made it feel like the right one was that it did have that element of like, I feel like I fit in and like belong here, and like I felt really comfortable just like going to the gym, not every day, but every other day. I think my teaching style is having a theme for every class, and I like to be able to like build upon that theme rather than just thinking about teaching a specific technique. So for instance, in my last boxing class that I taught power in boxing, which could be a whole range of things, but instead of just working on drills of like, I'm just gonna punch the heavy bag really hard, I wanted to focus on how do we build power and through like different mobility and like strength drills, and then eventually work up to like, here's the thing that we're gonna talk about today. So I think my teaching style is more based on like class themes. My advice for new students who are thinking about taking a class here would be, just come in and try it. Even if it puts you outside of your comfort zone, remember that everybody else was probably there at the very beginning too. So even like instructors or anybody who's been at the gym for a long time, like we all started somewhere. And so even if it might be a little intimidating to see, oh, these people are really good, just remember that they all started at a place where their punches sucked. They didn't know what they were doing. And it was only through showing up and like making the continual effort that they got to where they are. Come in and train whenever you can. It doesn't need to be like you have to train 3 times a week in order to like get to this level. It's a whatever you can do consistently. So if consistent is I can only train once a month, that's better than not at all. If you can come in multiple times a week, that's also great. I think one misperception about Krav Maga is that it's all groin kicks. Yes, we teach groin kicks, but that is not the only defense that we teach. There's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, that one's bad.